Hatch, strong young player, up to the quarter line. Coy the tackler. Beckett, Dane Sorensen, almost through. Powers his way to within 10 metres of the North Sydney line. Beckett, Hansard, Forrest, Mullane, Burns in. Pretty simple stuff, just chain passing. They had a man over, made it look very simple. Ominous look about that try for North Sydney. See it again. It's a straight out chain passing, nothing dramatic. Nobody had to make any great long breaks. Byrne found himself on the end of the line, a little dummy. And that was that from head on. Across the line it goes. Simple stuff, nice correct passing, just like a training run. Hansard. Dane Sorensen. Beckett, Khan. They'll be past to Mullane right through. Here's Wilkie. Wilkie takes his man, but the pass goes to Burke. To Jarvie, and Jarvie's in for the try. Well, I've got to commend little Wilkie. He took his man. There was an overlap, and that's all that can be done. But nice work from Mullane. Paul Khan sucks the defence to him. Look at that. Mullane went streaming through, beat two defenders, and timed his pass perfectly. Wilkie unseated him, and the cover of McCaffrey was a... So Cronulla coming up with possession at a critical time. 13-12. North Sydney hanging grimly to this lead with 24.5 minutes to go. Hansard. Forrest. Byrne. Mullane again. Back on the inside to Byrne. Oh, look at this. Jarvie's taken an inside pass and bolted. Oh, great stuff. Highly spectacular football. Again, Mullane injecting himself wide out. And the pass coming back on the inside. See it again. Along the line it goes. The traditional Cronulla sort of football. Byrne out to Mullane. The pass back on the inside, picked up by Byrne again, then to Jarvie, and it was just a little hand-me sort of a pass. Travelled about 6 inches. With a grin from ear to ear.
Wellman tries a short one. Wellman. This is Bishop. Weir. Robertson over halfway. Waiting it is Donny Rhoda. Man. O'Sullivan can't hold it. This is Wellman. O'Brien. Five yards from the Ponsonby line. Tracy to feed the scrum. Turner has it. That's Dennehy. Tommy Bishop to take the tap. To Watson. Bishop. Turn up. To Dennehy. In for his second try. Great battle between those two. 3 tackles. This is Bowen. Feeds Bishop. Cowan has it. Bailey. This is Weir. Turn up. Rowlands. John Rowlands.
Raven at Miller. Back inside to Ebbinghausen. And how easy was that?
Final tackle to Gavin Miller, the playmaker, the little kick. Ebbinghausen out after. Now he sends it all over the head. And this will be a try for Cronulla over beside the post. to work. Miller worked it out nicely. Knew he had Ettinghausen behind him. Obviously, it called it the way they went to the...
Sorensen taking it up, looking for somebody to come with him, and he finds that man, Lane, but he's immediately swallowed up by Clark. Play on the 22 now, on the west end of the field. Kurt Sorensen got back and came onto it hard. He copped a tackle that might have been a touch high from Freeman. His head sat back on its shoulders as Miller puts up the bomb. A couple of these Cronulla players might be a touch offside as West go for it. The ball is loose, stacks on the mill. And referee Gosha has given Cronulla 6 more tackles. And, oh, gee, Ettinghausen could have gone himself. He has passed, and they have picked up a try, Cronulla. Greg Mullane is in to score. Greg Mullane has picked up the try for the Sharks. I must say that I thought Andrew Ettinghausen would throw the dummy. You'll see the gap present itself again here. See it there? He could have easily split through there. He only had to get inside a centre who had his work cut out anyway, and Arthur Mountier was the other. But he threw that pass. Probably he did the right thing according to the book. But I would have thought Terry Fernley would be very disappointed if they had have lost a try there.
Yes, I certainly agree with you. Well-placed kick, though, wasn't it, from Gavin Miller? And I agree with you. The Western Suburbs defence, they took a little while to recover, and Ettinghausen looked as if he had the try lane at his mercy, but thankfully for him, and Cronulla, of course, what he did certainly paid off. And looking at that particular head-on shot then, well, maybe Mountier and Clark was blocking his way to the laneway.
I was just going to say the same. Dane Sorensen takes it ahead, meets Wayne Smith and brushes him off, gets the pass away. This is Stephen Hardy. Hardy tackled by Freeman, or Clark, and by Mountier. Miller. And giving a beautiful ball to Nixon. Nixon over halfway. Gardner's going in with him. Nixon picks up Beckett. Here comes Lane. That's him, the number 7, into the centre of the ground. And he's hit there and put down by Wayne Smith. 2 long runs by both sides. Beckett giving it now to Morocco. He's got a bit of vacant pasture to work in. Here's Greg Mullane looking for his second. He's pulled down a metre from the line. 5 tackles for the Sharks now. Played back to Beckett. Swept away quickly. There's a try to young O'Connor, playing in his first grade debut match and picking up a try. So Cronulla Sutherland have gone further in front and leading by 8 points to 0. A long run downfield, ending a metre short, and then a quick spin of the ball. A la the first try they scored, and John O'Connor picks up the try.
Yes, it certainly was a good try, but good play by Ettinghausen too after Morocco had made this break. Good tackle by Terry Lamb here to determine and take Mullane ball and all, and I thought that Western Suburbs had got out of jail, but Ettinghausen summed up the position quickly, and it's his quick hands that was able to send O'Connor over. Under a lot of pressure, got the pass away very well.
This is him grub kicking through, and O'Connor does very well to snuff out the West's attack. Dane Sorensen, O'Connor backs him up. Miller, infielder for Morocco. Mountier, Donnelly and Freeman make the tackle. Away goes Beckett. Mullane's with the ball now. This is Stephen Hardy, inside the 22 line. Gets a pass inside. It's been knocked down by West. This is a try. Scored by Robert Lane. Awarded by Gosha. Certainly a fair try. Cronulla's 3rd of the match. You'll see this ball come off a Western Suburbs player. No question about it. Mullane gave it to Hardy, and Hardy sprinted very quickly for a few strides, and he had some very fast men chasing. Then he got that ball inside. See it come off the hand of Clark, and Robert Lane was Johnny on the spot to put it down for the try.
Yes, well, fortune favours the brave, doesn't it? And Cronulla certainly lucky on that occasion. The ball has certainly bounced day away on a couple of occasions now this evening, but they've taken full advantage of it. Good run by Hardy, and he was able to get away from that desperation tackle by Batiste. And then, of course, we see Clark knock the ball backwards. Lane on the spot, over for another try.
So it's with Dane Sorensen now, and picking up George Morocco. Morocco getting within about 2 metres of the line. Played back to Beckett, and going to the open side is Dane Sorensen. He may get across himself. He has scored, yes, Dane Sorensen. Well, Wests, I haven't for one moment criticised their defence. I was tempted to criticise their inability to mark up on a couple of occasions, but this time they've just let Dane Sorensen hit them as hard as he wanted to, and he was able to score, the big man. It mightn't have looked all that easy, but you might have known he was coming on the scene fairly shortly.
Well, I think it probably was pretty easy there. He got inside John Don. And it's been a fault of theirs right throughout the game that they've created opportunities, but they haven't been able to capitalise on them.
Dane Sorensen. Whistle. Nixon. Inside the 22. Oh, he's beaten Warren Boland, and he's going in to score Cronulla's 5th try. And if there was any doubt at all, there certainly can't be any more. With Cronulla leading now by 26 points to 12 and totally snuffing out the Western Suburbs resurgence and totally putting an end to the Magpies' claims for the Cup Championship in 1983. Nixon, who came on very early to replace Mark Wakefield, picking up a further 4 points.
Yeah, certainly a very good pass from Withall here, though, to put him into the gap, wasn't it? And it looked as if he was going to be picked up by Warren Boland, but he stood him up and showed good change of pace to get around him and swerve, and then he was able to accelerate and clear away, and that's wrapped it up.
In fact, you might have just seen one of the Cronulla runners trying to do something with the ball, and the only bloke in his row was Gavin Miller, and Gavin was too tired to even sit down. Here goes Stephen Hardy, who's played very well for his side tonight. Hardy getting it away to Withall. Withall putting it on to Nixon. He's in to pick up his second, Nixon. That's his second try, as Cronulla go further in front. And a sigh of relief from Terry Fernley. Stephen Hardy's played very, very well for his side tonight. Drew the defence, committed them to the tackle, gave it to Chris Withall, who played very well at the sports ground in a big game we telecast a few weeks back, and I was shocked when he was dropped from the side the next week. He was the man who gave the final pass, and he was the man who put Nixon in for the first of his 2 tries too, I think I'm right in suggesting.
Yes, well, certainly Hardy picked that loose ball up, didn't he, and showed careered into the opening. I thought he'd lost the opportunity here when he hesitated, but he was able to get that pass away under some pretty heavy defence from Western Suburbs and a top try. Nixon certainly done well since he came on as a replacement for